Hello everyone, T-Rexatron here, and we are back with more of SpongeBob SquarePants Lights Camera Pants for the Nintendo GameCube. Last time we filled roles for the Maestro and for the police officer, which Sandy and Squidward excellent. Oh my god, I can't even say it right. Excellently, You know what, they did it perfectly. Alright, they just did it perfectly.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm gonna be continuing the rest of the game as Mr. Krabs because he needs to be the sneakier hermit. Not Plankton and not Squidward, not even Sandy. Because I can't even think of a better role for the villain as that cheapskate crab. I'm sorry. I just hate him a lot.
Karen, so lovely to talk to you again. How have you and your delightful husband Plankton been?
Sheldon, don't get me started on him. After all these years wasting his time trying to corner the fast food market, now he thinks he can rule the world just by winning a role in a TV show, which is...
Right. Well, hope that works out for him. Now, on to business. What are you intending to do with our hopefuls?
Well, I have 3 challenges for them here in the Chum Bucket. Whoever survives them will be the one for the role.
Okay, are you ready for our wannabes?
Yeah, sure. Send in the organic life forms.
All right, I'll be checking out the action here.
Alright, Karen gave us some good advice, and we are going to the Chum Bucket, which I regret right now, because these minigames are not really that fun. I mean, they are good, but not fun. For one of them, you gotta work with a teammate to make sure the generator and the machines work. But I doubt that Plankton gets them working all the time because he's a slob. Not even a successful business owner, just a slob.
Team 1, machine running at half efficiency.
I feel like he can never be able to get the formula for the Krabby Patty. And you wanna know why? He's not even trying.
Where's the manual?
Out of all the other kind of things he tried to do just to get the formula, only one of those plans worked. And that was in the Spongebob movie in 2004. Up until the point where SpongeBob turned the tables on him by singing a song that we all know and love. And to this day, I feel like Plankton might have to just give up, even during the series finale, if there ever will be a series finale, because I feel like it's time just to let go. Just to let go of some things that are too perfect in this world. Well, that were too perfect. We already had to lose Steven Hilberg, rest his soul, but we kind of feel like we've outgrown it. Not because the new episodes are cringy, yet kind of working out. I just feel like, you know, things might not always last forever. Oh wait, was that a bottle holding the secret formula? I thought that was. Anyway, we're doing good here. We're 10 points ahead of the other team. But you know, there always has to be a certain time where things have to end. And if that did ever end, I do want to see a few things before the show ends, actually. I want to see Sandy's twin brother Randy, like she mentioned. I also want to see, you know, that... I also want to know what the formula is, because if it's love, I really do not think that the show had its course running. If Plankton knew that, then there would have never been a continuation, because, like he said, he hates love, and he would rather, you know, just make inventions instead of making a fast food industry. But that's what caused him and Mr. Krabs' friendship to be ruined. Just because they fed him, well, not them. I mean, Plankton and Krabs just both gave Old Man Jenkins a Krabby Patty prototype, I'm gonna call it, which killed him, and basically that just drifted them apart. Just to think, friendships can ruin just because of a sandwich, which people can make at home instead of paying you like $4 for it and underwater. Now we're done with this minigame, which is good, and so far so good. Now we go on to the next, which is involving popping bubbles. But this should be a little fun because one of them features the dirty bubble, and basically we get to pop him too. So, surface tension, I just don't think that would be a good name for a minigame. And since you're popping bubbles, it should have been called like Bubble Trouble or something. Or even Pop or something like that. Either way, I think this game should possibly be remade, but with more high definition. Because it will kind of make Mario Party and all those other party games look like they're not the only ones that have competition and basically friendship ruining skills. Because that's what it is. It's always toxic games like those that ruin friendships. But I like that because I grew up with Mario Party. So far, we have to beat Sandy and Plankton here because they're ahead of us. And avoid those bubbles too. Oh, they got caught. But let's try and pop the dirty bubble because if you do, you get a lot of points. But Sandy got ahead. Oh wait, no, Plankton got ahead. So right now, we just gotta watch out for those storm bubbles there. Because those can actually make you lose points, maybe. Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit of Plankton and Mr. Krabs. So, Plankton first. His plans suck. I mean, I can name off the top 5 worst plans he's ever done. Well, I'm not going to say from which order, but I'm gonna explain it. One of them was kidnapping, well, not kidnapping, but have Mr. Krabs bet SpongeBob's contract, I mean, and have him work at the Chum Bucket so he can make Krabby Patties. Yet the only thing he's missing is the ingredients, which SpongeBob needs to make them. In either way, even if he did make them, pretty sure that Plankton would even get a chance to even, sell them because SpongeBob was basically a spoiled brat to him. Which I admire, even though I wish he did that more often, because I always thought that he was such a patsy. And when I mean patsy, I mean a little, pathetic. A pathetic sponge who just doesn't have any backbone, considering that he's an nerd brat. I just wish time flies better. Now the other plans he had, disguising himself as a robot. The only person who would be dumb enough to fall for that, besides Patrick, would be SpongeBob. And that really, I just really wish that he could wear those glasses that he uses to go jellyfishing more often, because, I don't know. He's kind of just a really simple-minded person. Of course, he's too pure for this world, but he's also too stupid. I mean, seriously, he's supposed to be superior to Patrick. I don't even think he's superior to people like, I don't know, Gary or something. Now then, we go on to the third minigame, which is connecting, charge. It's basically like those little bright light things that you put into holes in the dark and they glow. Jaden would know what I'm talking about because she featured that in one of her videos. I just don't know what that's called. So you gotta form a little triangle or a more bigger shape with those panels things. And yeah. But first you always have to grab electricity here, which is basically for no reason stupid. Because you're living underwater and you might get shocked. But who am I to judge the logic here? I don't even know how they can be able to make a fire underwater. But my plan here would be just to get the most out of these chargers, despite the fact that all I really need is the center charger thing. Yeah, so that can give me the most points. But other than that, I think this game is easy. Now the other 3 plans, let me run off the bat for you, would be, you know, having the chum bucket be open for 23 hours so Mr. Krabs can have his open for 24 hours, which is completely stupid. It's both a long shot because he just wants Spongebob to be tired so he can tell him the secret formula and basically disguise his restaurant as a therapy council so he can spill the beans on him. Only for that to be backfired and get hit by a piano twice. Which was funny, but really? I don't even think that Sheldon has a PhD. Or a brain. I don't even think he went to college.
I went to college!
No, you ain't!
Now the other 2, before the time runs out, let me say. Forgot what that episode was, but I think it involved something to do with... oh yeah, it involved Sandy's pelt, actually, her fur. Clearly that was both disturbing and stupid, especially to other people who in Bikini Bottom who clearly couldn't see Sandy without her helmet, her suit, or even her dignity. Because why would everyone assume that she wouldn't be... Okay, I'm just losing track here. I'm gonna say the number 1 thing here. The number 1 most stupid plan that Plankton has ever done, it would have to be the one where he disguised himself as a dollar when that robot wanted some coral bits from Mr. Krabs, and then he was like, I didn't think I'd get this far. But really, just try to ambush Mr. Krabs just to have him give you the secret formula. It's like asking a cop to leave prison. But I really think Plankton should just move on and get a hobby or something. I mean, he has a pet in the newer episodes, but he's basically wishing that he was dead. Or maybe the show's wishing that it was dead sooner. You know, I feel like, well, I'm just glad it didn't end.
So, how did our actors do in the auditions for the captive role?
They were keen, they were eager, they were, not very good.
Surely one was better than the rest.
Mr. Krabs would make an excellent captive.
Ooh, he'll hate being in the chum bucket. Thanks, Karen. Mr. Krabs to the lot. The cameras start rolling in 5 minutes.
Alright, we finished off at the chum bucket, and we finished off why Plankton is stupid than he actually looks. So now we're going to talk about Mr. Krabs, and while we're doing that, we're also going to be going into the new level, which is in Jellyfish Fields. And guess who we see there? Or should I say, guess who we Kevin see there? Yep, the cucumber. And I'm sorry for that horrible pun. But I gotta work fast because Krabs is in last.
Well, if it isn't Kevin the Seacucumber, how are those jellyfish treating you?
Fine.
Hey, look, everybody!
Fine.
Kevin's back!
Well, I trust you've thought of some interesting tests for the contestants.
I'll bet you have.
Kevin! We love you, Kevin!
Some events that they will find truly... Ow! Shocking.
Superb! Shocking makes for great ratings. Let's get started. I'll be waiting.
Okay, Ow! Oh, forget it. Who's got my sting ointment?
Now, I'm not going to talk about the next 3 minigames because they just involve catching jellyfish and stuff. But I'm going to talk about Mr. Krabs a lot more and how he's horrible and why he deserved to be, sent into Davy Jones' locker. Out of everything he has done, I feel like SpongeBob and Squidward should have asked for a new boss, despite how much they care for him. And I'm putting care in quotes. Now, he's done a lot of horrible things. He used his employees as live bait just to catch a stupid clam that ate his dollar, which he could have replaced. I mean, seriously. He could have had a different dollar given to... Oh my... I can't with him. Also, he also sold SpongeBob Soul for 62 cents and then fired him over a nickel in one of the other new episodes. I mean, seriously. I just feel like if I was in that episode, as a cartoon, I mean, if I were SpongeBob, I just beat him up. I wouldn't even care. I would just beat him up full throttle. And not to mention the fact that he forced his employees to pay him when they thought they were getting their paychecks. I mean, seriously, I couldn't with him. I mean, Squidward was right, because they should have gone on strike with him. But really, just because he's losing money, he expects his employees to pay him. I honestly wish his character was never invented. Despite him having to be the crustaceous cheapskate he needs to be, he's just horrible. But I'm not going to exploit any more than that, because, everyone else likes him, and I respect that opinion. I just don't like him in general because he is nothing more than a horrible fish, and he really needs to go into Davy Jones' locker. Or, in a way, he could just fall into the fly of despair for an infinite loop. Either way, I feel like he needs to pay up, literally, and both, metaphorically. So, enough with the negativity. I feel like I should work on the positivity now. So, the good news is I'm ahead by 200 points, and that seems good. Now, all I just gotta do is avoid those tornadoes that are gonna, stun me and lose my points, and I'll win the game. Now, what do you think your favorite episode involving the Krusty Krab would be? Because my personal favorite, I think it'll have to be the one involving, Krabby Land. Where all those kids during summer vacation, they thought they were gonna get a visit from a clown called Krabby the Clown, which was really Mr. Krabs. And I'm just glad for that ending because he got what he deserved. He got beat up by those kids and then forced to eat lima beans. Even a truckload of that kind of stuff. That was classic. Alright, we move on to the next minigame, which is another jellyfish catching minigame, where you just gotta dive down and bungee cord to catch them. It may seem impossible, but you just gotta time it just right, you know? So, yeah. Just gotta take care of that. And you'll be in. Now, you can jump anywhere you want to, which is also a good thing. But you just gotta make sure you gotta catch the most jellyfish and you gotta catch the biggest jellyfish, because there were 3 points, the blue ones 1 point, and the orange ones 2 points, which is like the one in the previous minigame. Now, if you were me, what would you think that there should be for an episode of Spongebob? I mean, there are already enough classic episodes, but how do you think it should end? Or how do you think there should be another plot to it? Should it be just like that one episode of Krusty Towers where Squidward has reverse psychology on Mr. Krabs and he, you know, forces him to do whatever he wants as long as he pays him? Or do you think it should be more like when, I don't know, when Squidward gets beat up or something like that? I'm not an expert on cartoons, but I am making a cartoon of my own. I just don't know if I should even trust Cartoon Network to make that happen. I mean, anything besides Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, not because I don't like them, but I have a few certain actors and actresses I want in it. I can tell you about it later in my discussions, but as for now, I'm gonna catch more jellyfish here, which is good because 100 points right now. Alright, so
Where's the chip?
how about we talk about, I don't know, I just can't think of anything right now while I'm catching jellyfish. I'm feeling stupid for saying jellyfish so much. It's making me, you know, having a tongue twister. You know, I feel like Squidward's enjoying this. You know, despite the fact that SpongeBob and Patrick forced him to go jellyfishing with them, and I'm sorry, I just can't stop laughing. Remember that part where Patrick just jabbed a net inside Squidward's hand?
Firmly grasp it! That ought to do it.
That was kind of funny. I know he said firmly grasp it, but I always thought he said firmly grasp it. That doesn't even make sense. Unless anyone has ever seen a grass pit. If you do, that's good for you. Now we're gonna end off here, and we're in this minigame, like usual, and we're just gonna sidestep over and over again. That makes first place,
Money's better.
and we just need one more minigame.
Loser, loser.
Alright, so the last minigame, it's the Tide Piper, which is really a good name for it. Now, all you just gotta do is charm some jellyfish and turn them into your color so you can lure them back into your cage. The best way to do that, just gotta get close to them as much as you can so you can be able to catch them. And you gotta be careful because if you're opposite from the other team and they blow their horn at you, you get stunned for a little while and you can't be able to catch them like that, which is annoying. Now if my teammate Sandy here can actually cooperate with me and bring the jellyfish, oh my god, and bring the jellyfish over here to the... I'm the one with the horn, I'm not the one with the net. if she can cooperate with me and just bring the jellyfish to the damn cage, we wouldn't have any problem. But she wants to be stupid, even though she's a scientist. Ugh. Okay, now she's working with me. If she could just listen to me a little more, we wouldn't have that many problems. So just gotta catch those, bring them over here, and we're back in the game now. Just gotta keep blowing at Squidward and he won't be able to stun me. So bring those over here. Yeah. Just gotta bring. Oh, he got me. Alright, we're fair now. Even though, okay, I gotta get this right, because we don't have 1 minute left, or 1 minute and 8 seconds. You know, I feel like there should be an episode where, you know, maybe there should be an episode where there's like some special kind of jellyfish, and not like the episode where Spongebob keeps the jellyfish as a pet, or that other episode where Mr. Krabs, you know, uses animal abuse. I feel like there should be an episode like involving jellyfish that kind of makes them endangered or something. I'm just gonna say that. No pain, no gain. Now I gotta keep focused because we're only 30 points ahead, but I gotta keep my my score up. If my partner can listen and bring those jellyfish over here to the net. Alright, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. 20 points ahead. Yep, we won. Now then, we also got the role for the jellyfish expert. So, yeah, that's it for these roles. I'm starting to lose my discussion. I just cannot think of anything anymore. Not while I'm playing. I just can't even remember anything good.
Kevin, that was fantastic!
Well, I don't like to brag, but...
Ow! So, who was the most electrifying contestant?
Mr.
Ow!
Krabs.
Mr. Krabs it is. Good work, Kevin. Get Mr. Krabs down to the hunter roll step.
Alright guys, next week we're gonna be wrapping up the SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants playthrough because we're gonna be going to Bikini Bottom Jail as well as downtown Bikini Bottom. Now, we should be close to getting the villain role. And that should mean, yeah. That should also mean that I'm gonna show you guys the movie for this game. So, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.